Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel for another retro 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review. And today we're going to be taking a look at a bit of a classic figure from Hot Toys. It's Neo from The Matrix, from the 1999 film The Matrix by the Wachowskis. So for anybody who has been living under a rock or in a cave for the past X number of years and hasn't seen the film, I do highly recommend it. It's a genuine classic from the 90s, a genre-defining film. The spawned 3 sequels. 2 wasn't as good as 1, 3 wasn't as good as 2, and most recently The Matrix Resurrections, which was highly anticipated by me and then turned out to be a complete train wreck. If you haven't seen the films, the first 1, the first 2, maybe even the first 3 at a push, I would say avoid Resurrection at all costs. But yeah, the figure itself has sort of slipped into the pantheon of Hot Toys classics. It was released about 5 or 6 years ago, and rapidly became a bit of a grail figure. Unfortunately, Hot Toys didn't see fit to release a Morpheus or a Trinity to go with it, which is a real shame. It would have been nice to have seen at least the trio, and maybe even more of the figures from the film, but it is what it is. So yeah, what we'll be doing is we'll be taking a look at the box as always, then diving down onto the table, having a look at all the accessories that come with your Neo figure. Then it'll be out with the figure itself, onto the stand, onto the turntable, take a close-up look at this figure, see how he's stood the test of time, see if he still stands up. Then it'll be over to the Detolf for a showcase, see how this guy displays under the Detolf lights. We might even introduce the Longshan Heavy Trinity and the Toys Works Morpheus at the end there, just to see how these 3 display together. But yeah, so let's take a quick look at this box. And for a 5-6-year-old figure, the box has stood up very, very well indeed. It still looks impressive today. It's got this lovely clear perspex cover on it, plastic cover rather, which has got the design actually. And I'll slide this off actually so you can see it. And it's there we go. And as you can see, it's the code. It's the falling code that we associate with the Matrix itself. Then this clear slip cover with this image of Neo also in code really is highlighted when it's on the box. It's also very, very nice packaging from Hot Toys there. I will just slip this back on, and it's not the easiest thing to do on camera, but I'll slip it back on while we take a look at the rest of the box. I perhaps should have done this at the end, but it is what it is. And it's a bit of a juggle to get this back on, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, that slides off if you're wanting to slide it off. The code is all the way around the box. It says The Matrix Neo 1/6 scale collectible figure. You've got Hot Toys logo in the bottom left-hand corner, Warner Brothers in the right-hand corner. Flip it round, The Matrix Neo, that code again on the back. Once again, the reigning code, and all the credits, all the warnings as well. Don't piss this figure off, or you might find yourself stuck in the Matrix forever. Bring it round, same again, Matrix Neo on the side there. Yeah, very, very simple design with this slip cover, but very, very effective. Once this slip cover's actually off, we'll remove it again, just bear with me. Put that to one side. What you've got underneath is a magnetically clamped box. It flips open, obviously window on this side with the figure underneath. It's obviously not a new figure to me. I've had this figure a while, so it ain't in the box. But on this side here, you've got a quote from the film and the red and the blue pill, the famous pills themselves. So yeah, there's your box. Yeah, very nice it is too. Very well designed, very stylish. And very impactful. So without further ado, what we'll do next is we'll dive down onto the table and we'll take a look at all the accessories that come with your Neo figure. Okay, so here we are down on the table with all the accessories that come with your Hot Toys Neo figure. Before we jump in though, what I'd like to do is say a huge thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. To everybody who's liked the reviews, who's commented, Just a massive thank you. It's your subscriptions that keep us going. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. We have lots more content coming up, which we'll list before we go over to the detolf, as always. But yeah, just a massive shout out to everybody. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be doing a giveaway. It'll be figure and figure related. Not quite sure what yet, but so there's that to look forward to. But yeah, just a massive thank you to everybody who's shown their support. It really, really does mean an awful lot. But yeah, let's take a look at these accessories. We'll start with the hands as always. You know, me and my hands. You've got 8 hands in total, 4 pairs. Let's grab a couple at random and take a look at them. They're Hot Toys hands, what can I say? There's 2-fisted hands. Let's take a look at this one. The sculpting is excellent. The paint applications are great. There's some reddening on the knuckles, but not too much. There's bone work, vein work there, which you can see in all of the hands. They're very, very well done. Let's put that one down. This is probably a better example because it's open. Yeah, the fingernails are picked out. The flesh tones are great. The paint applications are great. And the sculpt is very, very good. Really what we've come to expect from Hot Toys. Flexibility test, these are quite soft. I'd say a soft to a medium, which is my preferred sort of tensile strength, shall we say, for a hand when we're dealing with weaponry like this, plastic weaponry like this. If you're dealing with heavier accessories, I tend to prefer a firmer plastic in the hands. So yeah, this is ideal, and the sculpt is great, the paintwork is great. So you've got 2 open palm hands. As I mentioned, there are 2 trigger hands on the figure itself, 2 gripping hands but slightly looser, and 2 fisted hands, as we mentioned before. So yeah, that's your hands, and of the kind of quality and sculpt and paint application we'd expect from Hot Toys. Also, 2 wrist pegs, 2 spare wrist pegs, always nice to see, and the fact that these are unopened is a testament to their sturdiness. So yeah, that's the spare wrist pegs. Let's take a look at this base. Now this is a very large base. It's sort of a, let's lift it up so you can get a look at it. It's sort of a square, well, I'll say a square with an edge cut off. And it replicates, it's all plastic, and it replicates the hallway from the sequence where Trinity and Neo go to rescue Morpheus, and have that rather incredible shootout. The actual surface of the base is very, very well done. You've got this sort of smooth marble effect with these high gloss lines in between what appears to be marble tiles, and then this slightly rougher area on the edges here. Very effective, and perfect for those dynamic poses, if you're wanting to do bullet time poses, cartwheel poses, that kind of thing. We've all seen, I think, a lot of photographs of people who pose this figure that way, so you need a base with a big footprint, and this most certainly has it. On the front there, you've got the Matrix Neo. I believe this is plastic. It still has the cover on this, so but I believe this is a plastic metallic sticker on the front there that says Matrix Neo. No feet on this, so I would say exercise some caution if you're putting it on a glass shelf. But overall, very, very nice. I know some people don't like these large bases, but I do like them because there's so many possibilities here for display. But yeah, that's your base. So we'll put that to one side. Obviously, it comes with a dynamic flight pole and a waist grabber. With the and it's good to see that it's got that bit at the bottom there that supports the back, and also as well, it's got that foam inlay, so there's no minimizing the possibility of damage to the outfit and the figure itself. So yeah, dynamic flight pole. What else do you get with your figure? There's this rather nice hold all, which is feels like it's a man-made fiber. I would say this is a man-made material. It's probably a polyester, something like that, or a nylon straps, nylon shoulder straps, plastic buckles all around. Just screen accurate, and a hold all. It's got foam inside it, so if you're wanting to take the foam out, maybe put some of the accessories in there, put some of the weapons in there to replicate that sequence where he's carrying the weapons into the building, that's an option as well. Or if you just want to have it sat around in your display to give it that sort of that authenticity, it's there as well. So nice touch from Hot Toys. So that's the hold all. We'll do all the weaponry at the end here. You also get a 6-scale set of sunglasses. These are screen accurate. As always, exercise caution with 6-scale sunglasses. They can be very, very delicate and are easily broken. These are very screen accurate as far as I can tell. They've got that high gloss finish. There's no ear hoop at the back there. The shape is right. The gloss finish is right. And yeah, just very, very nice. So there are your sunglasses. This strap we will come to because it actually is part of the weaponry itself. When we actually look at all these weapons, which we shall do now. Now, there's an awful lot of weaponry going on here, as you'd expect from from a Neo figure. Let's start at the top. We'll just take a look at one. Obviously, there are duplicates here. There are 2 of each gun, but we'll start with this, which I believe is an M16. Let's get this into camera so you can see it up close. It's relatively simple. The paint applications are really, really nice on the center of the gun here. I'm not a massive weapons expert, but yeah, paint applications. I don't think there's any paint applications on this section here. I think this is just black plastic, but the end of the gun here and the center here where the magazine goes and the trigger is have been painted this sort of gunmetal grey with some weathering on there. I believe this magazine comes out. Yes, it does. And as always, you've got some nicely painted bullets in there. So yeah, that's a nylon strap for it. And yeah, I don't believe there are any other working parts apart from this here. Is that section that folds down. If you're wanting to do that, but yeah, so you get 2 of those. There's 2 M16s, 2 Uzi pistols. We'll take a look at one of these. Once again, it's the same story with the paintwork. It's very, very nice. There's some weathering on there. That gunmetal paint is nice. There's some little sort of brass stroke gold highlights here. The light's picking this up to give it that authentic look. And once again, I believe a removable magazine with some nicely painted bullets there as well. I'm not one for removing magazines, but if it's something that you're wanting to do in the display, having loading and reloading rather, that's an option as well. What have we got next? I believe this is the MP5. Yeah, I'm pretty certain this is the MP5. And once again, same story as with the other guns. A mixture of that unpainted black plastic and then that gunmetal with some slight weathering and washing on it as well. And just very, very nice it is too. Once again, I think we've got a removable clip. Yes, we have, with those bullets painted nicely in the magazine. Now, these 2, this is where this strap comes in. The other guns don't have this. What you can do, there's a small hook on the back here. The camera's catching that. Yeah, there's a small hook on the back here. I've never used this, as you can tell. It's still in its plastic wrapper, but you can hook this onto either end of the 2 MP5s and have them round his neck, which is screen accurate if you're wanting to display them that way. So yeah, I don't tend to do that. I think he looks a little bit overarmed when he's got these and all the other weapons on the go, but you know, it's there if you're wanting to do it. So that's those 2. And this one, I believe, now I think this is called a Scorpion. Please, if I'm getting this wrong, correct me in the comment section below, but I think this is called a Scorpion. And once again, same quality of paint applications. Yeah, not much else to say there, really. Once again, removable magazine with bullets. Perhaps worthy of note here is that you can actually see I believe that's meant to replicate the bullets in the magazine itself. But yeah, so 2 Scorpions, and finally 2 Berettas. The handgun, once again, same quality of paint, same quality of sculpt, just very, very nicely done. And once again, I believe a removable magazine with bullets. Yep. So that is all the weaponry you get, and there's a hell of a lot of it. So I believe that's all the accessories. Yeah, that's everything that you get with your your Neo figure from Hot Toys. So what we'll do next is we'll bring out the main event himself. We'll get Neo out. We'll get him onto the stand. Might not be this one because it might not fit on the turntable, but be onto the turntable. And let's take a look and find out if Neo has stood the test of time. So without further ado, let's bring out the big guy. Okay, so here he is, Neo, by Hot Toys from the Matrix in all his glory. Couple of things straight off the bat, as you can probably see. I haven't got him attached to the waist grabber. I haven't got him attached to the clamp, simply because it throws out the flow of this this rather nice overcoat. And I wanted you to be able to see him from all angles. So right now he's just resting up against it. But what we'll do is we'll stop this from spinning, so we can actually we can see him without being cut off in shot. Let's just bring him round and move him back ever so slightly. Right, that this will probably work a little bit better. Then I can move it backwards and forwards on the turntable so we can get him all in shot. No first-hand impressions here, simply because this is a figure that I've had for some time in the collection. But I have to say, even now, when I get him out under these lights and in front of the camera, I am still exceptionally impressed with this figure. I really am. I mean, we'll start as always. We'll start at the bottom. We'll work our way up. We'll take a look at the outfit and the head sculpt and the articulation. But yeah, I still. It's still, to me, is probably one of the best likenesses of Keanu Reeves that's ever been captured in 1/6 scale. I think it is absolutely phenomenal, from the proportions to the outfit to the head sculpt itself. I really do think it's phenomenal work from Hot Toys, and it really does. It's deserving of its sort of grail status. But yeah. Let's bring him in a little bit closer, and we'll, as I say, we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. We'll start with these boots. Now, this is probably the only issue I have with this figure, and it's something that we can't do anything about in the 1/6 scale world. These boots are made of pleather. It's quite a thick pleather, but it's pleather nonetheless. The articulation in these boots is quite nice, although there's no split cut boot design. You do have a lot of articulation in. And what they've done is, with these boots, and what I'll do is I'll see if ideally I should have taken this overcoat off, but I'll tuck it round the back, and I'll bring him round a little bit closer. Maybe drop this camera a little bit so you can get a close-up look at this. These boots, because they are pleather and because there is no split-cut boot design, and they literally go all the way up here, and it's good to point out the detailing at this point. This symbol on the front, very, very nice, very, very screen accurate. These buckles, these individual buckles, are really, really nicely done. The contrasting texture on the front of the boot, once again, which is screen accurate, but as you know, pleather is what we've got at the back here, and this is simply down to posing and it all being one boot. I'm going to actually take him off the turntable at this point. I think this will probably be a little bit easier. Let's get him off the turntable. Let's lower this camera and bring it in a little bit, and put the turntable to one side. Yeah, let's have a look at the back of these boots here. Essentially, the whole back of the boot itself is starting to mosaic with cracks, and the pleather is peeling here where the foot moves. Obviously, it causes friction here and stretching and misshaping of the pleather, and yeah, it's flaking, and there's very little I can do about that. I do treat it regularly, and I will be coming back to this and maybe stripping some of this off and redoing it and redoing the paintwork on top of that once it's been treated. But yeah, it is that age-old story. This is what happens with pleather, and it's happening on the other boot as well. But you know, it's 5-6 years old and it's pleather. It is what it is. Let's just bring the camera back up now so we can take a look at the rest of this outfit. The trousers themselves are a black cotton, screen accurate. They're quite tight. They were tight in the film. You've got nylon and pleather straps here. I believe these straps here are pleather. This hoop here is pleather, which runs off these canvas thigh straps. up to the waist strap itself, which is once again nylon. These have stood the test of time very, very well. There's no issues here, and there is a secondary pleather belt here with a plastic buckle, and once again, no issues there. Really, the issues on those boots have been caused by posing and moving of the feet, and they're being held in a pose which has stretched that pleather at the ankle there. But yeah, I'm not too unhappy with that. I know what happens with pleather, but something to keep an eye out for. If you have this figure, if you are planning on picking this figure up, check the back of the boots to see how the pleather's holding up. But yeah, those trousers, very, very nicely fitted, very nice cut, very, very nicely tailored. There are pockets on the sides here. They're not functioning pockets. If we lift this up and bring him round, I'm just wary that this guy doesn't topple over because we don't have him on the turntable. But I think it is the best way to see this figure is not to have it on the waist grabber, because as I say, you can't appreciate this wonderful overcoat. But yeah, fantastic stitching on these trousers. The cut is great. The colour's right. It's black. What can I say? Let's bring him back round. It's a relatively simple outfit, but very, very effective. You've got the black cotton shirt underneath the overcoat, but the real star of this is the overcoat itself. Now, it's cotton material. It's lined. It overlaps here, so it's doubled over and then double stitched, and the stitching is very, very nice. And then you've got this shiny nylon type lining further into the coat itself. Very screen accurate, narrow into the waist, and then it flares out and it's wired. And you've got wires that run all the way down from the lapels here. They run all the way down the front, then all the way around the bottom of the coat itself, and then all the way up. There's none in the flap at the back, but yeah, it's literally all the way around here and then all the way up there. And it really does lend itself to some dynamic posing, which is what this figure needs, really. Although I'm going to be limited on my dynamic posing until I fix this issue with the boots themselves. Yeah, the shoulders are perfectly screen accurate. There's no padding in there, so we're not 80s, we're 90s here. The collars are just right. This thing is an absolute dust and fluff magnet. I've cleaned it before doing this retro review, but if you've seen bits of dust or maybe small hairs, things like that, I do apologise. But yeah, with it being an all black figure, as we all know, literally it is a dust magnet. But yeah. Let's bring it round so we can see how that. In actual fact, I'll just turn him round rather than trying to manhandle that stand. As you can see, the fit is fantastic on the back here, just right. There's that flap there, that functioning flap, which is screen accurate. The collar is just the right size. The proportions on this figure are great. The articulation is very, very good. The body is still good today. There's no jankiness, no looseness in these arms. That has stood the test of time very well. Actually, if I lift this now, you might get an idea of just where those, if you can see that, where those boots are starting to go at the ankles. But yeah, still a spectacular figure to this day. So I'll turn him back round again and let's have a look at this head sculpt now. Yeah, what can I say that hasn't already been said? I just think it's phenomenal. Let's lift him off actually and bring it into camera. See if we can't get this into shot. Paint applications, excellent. The hair, completely screen accurate. Individual strands picked out there. I would perhaps, if I had any niggles at all, I would say it has that slightly matte quality of the slightly older Hot Toys figures. I would say that the paint applications have actually improved ever so slightly to give us just a little bit more depth. But I'm nitpicking here. The likeness is absolutely phenomenal, from the shape of the face, the eyes, the nose, the detailing on those eyebrows, lovely glassy eyes, and simply from any angle, that is Keanu Reeves. It really is, and as I say, quite justified in its status of grail figure. I think this head sculpt still holds up today, and I've got a few Keanu Reeves head sculpts. Most recently, the Cyberpunk 2077, and I think I actually think this is a better head sculpt. But that's just me. That's my opinion. So there you have it. That is Neo from The Matrix by Hot Toys, and bar a few issues regarding the pleather on the boots, I really genuinely think that this figure still holds up today. It really, really does. It is some of Hot Toys' best work. I think everything from the phenomenal head sculpt to the quality of the outfit, boots aside, the screen accuracy, the accessories, just the complete package. So, I mean, if you don't already have this in your collection, you are a Matrix fan and a 6-scale fan, then, it's out there. It can be difficult to get hold of, and, prices on the aftermarket can be a little crazy, so watch out for that. But I think as a grail piece, in inverted commas, and I know that term's bandied around a lot, it really, really does deserve it and is still superb to this day. It's all one sculpted, it's all one fixed head sculpt here as well, which I do prefer. The range of motion in there is absolutely phenomenal. I prefer it because it doesn't have that unsightly neckline that we see with interchangeable head sculpts. I'd rather have one really, really good head sculpt and it be a fixed neck than have 4 or 5 head sculpts that are average and have that unsightly line. But that's my personal taste. So there you have it. That's Hot Toys Neo from The Matrix. So as always, what we're going to do next is we're going to get him over into the Detolf. I'm going to be limited on the posing here. I won't be doing any cartwheels or any bullet times, simply because I don't want to distress these boots any more than they already have been, so until I can get around to having a second bout of treating them. But yeah, we'll get him over into the Detolf, maybe bring out the Morpheus and the Trinity as well, go out in a mini showcase. So I suppose all it remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching. And as I mentioned before, if you haven't already, please like, comment and subscribe. What have we got coming up? In the not too distant future, we have got the BM Projects Kaneda's bike from Akira. Viewers of my channel will know that recently did a review of the figure itself. The bike's on its way, so that's coming in soon. We've got Hot Toys Dead Strange. That's coming in as well. He got a little bit, shall we say, lost in transit. He should have been here a while ago, but he is on his way. So should be with us soon. Sideshow Dirty Harry, been waiting for that since I was born, it feels like, but that should be with us soon. Premier Toys, the deluxe Doof from Fury Road, that's coming in soon. DID, Dragon in Dreams, Maverick, aka Tom Cruise from Top Gun. Present Toys, Anton Chigurh, he should be on his way pretty soon. And of course, what I'm really looking forward to is the Caustic Plastic Horror of Dracula, the twin pack with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. But yeah, that's all coming up soon. So as I say, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. So I suppose all it remains for me to say is thank you for watching from me, from Hot Toys Neo. Take care of yourselves. Happy collecting, and it's over to the Detolf.